Just like to start with general thoughts on the game this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing to get that close and not win, but very impressed with BC as always. They know how to win, and they won tonight. I thought they deserved it. And they really, just kept pressing. We had our opportunities. I thought we got out of the gate a little tentative, and to fall behind with a strong team like BC 2-0, that made it a tough climb. But these guys didn't quit at all. I thought we had some real good moments in the second, and especially in the third. To outchance them in the third, I thought was good. But again, we were just a smidgen off tonight. And Parker was great. I thought Danny was great. But well-deserved win for BC.
Questions at this time for Brian Flynn? Brian, right here in the front.
Brian O'Connor, ESPN Boston. Obviously, your season's not over, so I want to know what you can take from this game. You guys really battled back after that early, after being down early Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a big hockey game we just played in. We know that, and going to next weekend, playing in the regional for the first time since I've been here, there's going to be some of the same pressures. So, like Coach said, we came out of the gate a little tentative. Didn't have the first period we want, so hopefully we can learn from that and have a better first, better start to the game next game.
More questions for Brian? Joe?
Brian, Joe Maloney, College Hockey News. Can you talk about BC's penalty kill? It seems like they did a good job of neutralizing you guys throughout the game.
Yeah, they pressure pretty hard, so it's tough to get yourself not to overpass and just throw it to the net, and you just have to try and throw pucks to the net, get traffic, and score some ugly rebound goals.
More questions for Brian? Mike?
Brian, you talked about being down 2-0, obviously out of the bat, but how tough is it to have a freshman put you guys in that position? I'm talking about Johnny Gaudreau, who scored those first 2 minutes.
They have a ton of guys who can put the puck in the net. It doesn't matter what other guy on the other team scores the goals. We just, again, gave them an early lead, and it was tough to climb back from that.
In the back here.
Hey Brian, I'm just running through your second period goal.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how it started. I think we got a puck deep. Joe won a battle, and I kind of came in as the late guy, and he found me in the slot, and then I was able to kind of elevate it back in.
More questions for Brian?
Nancy American Boston Globe. I know you said you didn't have the first period you wanted, but the first 2 minutes you seemed like you guys were storming the castle. Is that kind of what the strategy was? Just go out there and try to get a quick one right off the gate?
Well, it's a big game, so I think, we came right out of the gate, maybe the first couple shifts, and we were rearing to go, and we came out hard, and we got some pucks in on the forecheck. And then I think after we all kind of got our first shift in, then we kind of sat back a little bit, and they were able to make some nice plays.
Any other final questions for Brian? Brian, thank you very much. We had that go off route.
Thank you.
More questions at this time for Coach Whitehead. John?
Thank you. John Powers, Boston Globe. Tim, you guys obviously are the last team to beat these guys. What will it take for someone else to beat these guys going from here?
Yeah, well, hard to say. I mean, they're a very strong team, at all 3 positions, goalies, D, and forwards. And as Brian said, they've got a lot of guys that can score. So they're very, tough to defend. Johnny Gaudreau, they're getting 2 quick ones like that. It's a tough team to come back against. So, I think typically you want to get the first one, that usually helps, and then you just got to defend well and hope to capitalize on the special teams. But that's a tough team to beat, obviously.
More questions for Coach Whitehead? Jim?
Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. Tim, what is it? How difficult is it? I know you don't like excuses, but once you lose a guy like Spencer Allen, who's meant so much to your team all year, how does that really, what's the real impact on the game?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, but obviously you're not going to replace that guy. But you know, we've been in that situation before, and our players, I thought, responded well. You know, and again, it was a couple-minute lapse there. You know, as Nancy said, I thought we did get out of the gate pretty good. First couple shifts, we felt confident and we're generating some chances. But I think that's one of the spots where we didn't have other lines generating a lot of chances. So I thought. But really, it was just BC capitalized on those chances early, built that lead, and then I thought that really gave them some good momentum. They rode that for a while, and then in the second period we regrouped when the Zamboni was out. I thought pretty solid for the next 2 periods, but yeah, it's hard to say what the impact would be. But obviously, it's going to help us. It's the best player in our league, but yeah, I mean, again, that's going to happen as part of the game. So you have to adapt. We certainly we didn't even talk about it as our team. We just we could still have a good opportunity to win.
Brian?
Hey, Coach, Brian O'Connor, ESPN Boston. From up top, it looked like you guys were getting a lot of shots on Parker, but you weren't getting a lot of bodies in front. I was just wondering if you saw it the same way.
Yeah, I think last night we did a better job of getting in front of Milan, and so we benefited from that. So yeah, that was definitely something we were trying to do, but BC defends very well too. Also, I think they forced a lot of outside shots and boxed out well at the net front. So I think part of that was BC defending well, and part was us not getting to the net front like we did last night. I mean, 2 or 3 of the goals were screens for sure last night. So.
One final for Coach Whitehead. Scott.
Scott McLaughlin, College Hockey News. Do you know if Spencer will be able to play next weekend?
No, we just have to take that day by day. With that type of injury, it's just going to take some time, and obviously we hope he will. But at the same time, I think this was a good experience for our team. If we're going to go in the tournament, if he's not back, well, we're going to learn to play without him. And so we were able to respond in the third period last night, and for the most part tonight, I thought the guys competed hard and made plays. But yeah, we hope he's back. But at the same time, this is an experience for us. Now we know what we got to do if he's not back with us.
Thank you very much.